Hello my beautiful hammerheads and welcome back to the second video of the Dawn of Fire series, Gate of Bones. Faith, faith, faith and faith. This is the grand spanning theme of this book. Mr. Andy Clark did a really great job with this one, and after the great first one, The Avenging Sun by Guy Haley, this is such a good second book in a series. I know I said in the first video that the comparison to Horus Heresy isn't really that fair. However, I have to do this here because they are going in a specific route with the series, because the historiator Fabian is getting, well, basically the role of Kirill Sinderman, which was hinted in the first book. And so he's a reoccurring character, which is kind of nice. We have someone to bond with, not only Gilliman, whom we can't really bond. Belisarius Call is a brain with multiple hard drives in a robot suit. And yeah, you know what I mean. We have someone tangible, is this the right term? But yeah, so this is such a great book. Let me introduce the story first, and then my theories for the near future of the 40k universe. We are on the planet Gathalamor, which is not really that important for the Indomitus Crusade, but things happened which made it important. And Gathalamor is the, well, not really regular cardinal planet. It's a planet of faith. But a few thousand years ago, there was a cardinal, Bucaris. And he thought, oh damn, our planet is so poor, we have to do something. And he did build some stuff on the planet got richer, and so on and so on. But he did not stop there. Of course not. It would be too easy to stop at a good point. He got greedy and did many, many bad things. Got put into place, and he was kinda erased from the history of Gathalamor and was replaced by another cardinal, because there were all these awesome and grand buildings around and someone had to explain this. So this is the planet. You know, it's a planet of faith, which is important, especially for the journey of Gilliman. And not only that of Gilliman, but for the whole story of 40k. Gathalamor is besieged by the Iron Warriors, of course, because it's a siege. And, like in the first book, the Word Bearers. However, this time the Word Bearers have a little bit more of a role here. And not only the Word Bearers. In the first book, there was a character, the Hand of Abaddon, whose name is Tenebris. He's a powerful sorcerer and has some grand plans with the planet, because there is something in the crypts of Gathalamor. And so, yeah, the Word Bearers, they have cultists, of course, and they are slaving them away to, well, find the thing in the crypts, which is the Ring of Bucaris. But that in itself does not really sound like a really powerful weapon. No, the weapon comes from, again, like in the first book, Noctilith. You know, Blackstone, the thing the Necrons use to negate the warp and Chaos uses to enhance the warp. It's kinda a dichotomy. However you flip the switch, it does the thing with the warp. But we will get to that later. So the planet is besieged, cultists were everywhere, they overran the defenses. The defenses the Mordians, Astra Militarum, Imperial Guard, proud and stoic warriors, Sisters of Battle, the Sororitas from the Argent Shroud, and a House of Knights, which I forgot the names of, but that really is, as of right now, not really important. Maybe later in the series, because it is a little bit hinted that they will come back, but that is the problem of Future Beard. So we get to see the sides of the Besieged, of the Mordians and the Sororitas and the House of Knights, and we get to see the side of the Besiegers. We have Kargatha, a Wordbearer's Dark Apostle, who's really great. He has his favorite cultist. It's a dark mirror to the Mordians, because Kargatha has a kind of father-daughter relationship with the cultists, because she finds the Ring of Bukaris and is like, you know what, you've done great. I'm proud of you. Let's go meet Tenebris, but don't talk to him. And with the Mordians, we have General Dworgin and his sergeant Magda Kesh, which he also sees as his daughter. There are some rumors around because he tends to favor her in some things, but it's very strict father-daughter relationship with those two. And he's also very proud of her and things. So I really loved this dark mirror of the two sides. And I love Dworgin because he's kinda old. He is doing so many things and is ignoring his own deteriorating health. He lives with a kind of regret, which is kinda understandable in the grand scheme of things, because he's learning so much about himself, his relationship with Kesh, and sees that he really done goofed up in his life back then, with his only regret that he does not have a child. That's why he sees Kesh as his daughter, which is kinda heartwarming. That really pulled my heartstrings. And with all those feelings, I forgot what I wanted to say. But, yes, his deteriorating health. He recognizes his own faults with, oh, I'm not sleeping enough, my eyesight is getting worse, my hands are getting shaky, and whenever someone comes up, oh, General, look at this, he's just like, okay, hand me my glasses. Which is kind of funny. But then, of course, we have, like on the cover, the Custodes. And not only the Custodes, we have the Unnumbered Sons of Dawn. The Custodes are led by Shield Captain Akalor, I believe his name was. And he's a very heartfelt character. And the Unnumbered Sons of Dawn are led by Sergeant Lucerne, who's a very funny character. And this is again something for the whole Primaris thing, in which as soon as they are being apotheosised, elevated to Primaris status, that they're basically becoming the same person as everyone else because of all the brainwashing, because of the psycho-indoctrination. But the person who they were before all this is not getting erased. Lucerne is kind of funny, he has a positive side on everything, and some of his battle brothers are, well, not like that. There is a moment in which he chuckles to himself as they are in a tiny transporter, and he thinks to himself, oh, of all the last stands we could have made, we are in a tiny crappy car and are driving to this place to die. And he chuckles to himself. One of his battle brothers is, why? What is wrong? What happened? He explains it, and the other one, that's not funny. And then they have a very comedic discussion, which I really enjoyed. Akalor, he sees the benefits of faith which is really important. His brothers, well, they are sending 5 custodies to the planet, and his brothers are asking, why are you talking to the Sororitas like you accept their faith? You know the Emperor, you stood beside him, you know that he is a man. Why are you encouraging their behavior? And Akalor is just like, you know what, you're right. I don't deny this. However, we saw that faith is strong in this people. If it helps them survive, we should encourage this. And faith in itself is such a strong weapon. After the destruction of Cadia and the happening of the Great Rift, faith became its own weapon. And at the end of the book, we have a really great discussion between one of the custodies and Colquhoun, one of the greatest rivals of Guilliman, because he does not trust Guilliman, and he's basically just like, I have my eye on you. But he also says that we saw what faith has done to the universe. We know that religion is evil, we know that religion should be expunged, that the Emperor was right. But we have seen that faith made people strong and made them invulnerable, and so on. We have so much accounts in the Black Library publications right now, what faith did to the Imperium, that it helped them. And with this faith, that the Emperor could intervene against chaos. But I'm kinda digressing right now with the story, so yeah. Gathalamor besieged. Last character, before I forget. Iron Warriors. Legionnaire Locke. Amazing character. Basically fusing with his vehicle, and every time he wants to get out, he has to rip himself out of it. Amazing character. He's war brothers with the Dark Apostle Kargatha, and they're both helping each other. They both know each other since the Horus Heresy, since Istvan, which is also kind of heartwarming because they're having a kind of the same path they are following throughout the story. Also, with these two, there is a lot of faith involved, not only in each other, but of course in the Chaos Gods. So, as you might have guessed, because I basically said everything, Custodes and the whole Imperial personnel joins together against Chaos, because of course. But why are they doing this? At the beginning I said that Gathalamor in itself is not really important to the Crusade, because it's just a cardinal planet. But Guilliman has an advisor, one of which no one knew about, not even Colquhoun, who was really surprised that Guilliman has an Eldari with him. And that Eldari is the emissary of Eldrad Ulthran, which is also very nice because, well, Eldrad and Rabud know each other since the Horus Heresy. And because of this Eldari, they're venturing on to, well, yes, Gathalamor. It is a slow starting book, however, Mr. Clark has a really good pacing despite of the slow start. It makes sense as soon as you're past the first quarter of the book. There is a lot to build up, and he does it really, really quick in a good kind of manner. I guess I kinda talked about the major plot things already, because there isn't really much of this stuff happening. We have the besieging of the planet, the Custodes are coming with the unnumbered Sons of Dawn and are helping out. But now the thing is, Tenebris is on this planet because of a weapon. It's a giant weapon made of bones and is firing let me just use the term night haunts. It's not true, it's the souls and the ghosts of the deceased of Beardhammer, all the pilgrims, all the cardinals, everyone who has faith, basically. And the ring, which I mentioned at the beginning, is the focus for all this. It is the one ring to rule them all. And the first test shot against a part of the Indomitus Crusade is devastating. And now comes the interesting part. Tenebris wants to use this weapon for great things. I don't want to say what exactly, but this isn't the end of this, because he gets away with the Ring of Bucharest. It's not really he gets away, he already planned on leaving everything behind, so I'm sorry for the slight spoiler, but this is important for the future of 40k, because everything in the Dawn of Fire series right now is happening basically right now, up to the Dark Imperium trilogy, which is right now, I believe, 10 years in the future, because Dark Imperium is 12 years after the start of the Indomitus Crusade. But yeah, again, where does this weapon come from? There is again Noctilith involved. It is again a weapon, well, weapons are made for this, for terrible deeds. But who made it? And I'm going again into full prophesize mode, because we have the Hand of Abaddon, Tenebris. Where did he get all this stuff? We have the asteroid with the xenotech in it, which was supposed to widen the Great Rift, the Cicatrix Maledictum, and now we have a weapon which fires ghosts who shred everything in their way. It is an indiscriminate weapon. You can also fire it against chaos, but that doesn't really matter. There are enough cultists in the universe. And now again I'm saying this is all hinting to Vashtorr. I'm recording this 29th of November 2022. The Black Library reveal is this Sunday, and if this wasn't teased up until now, you will see tomorrow my hopes and wishes video for Sunday. But yeah, all in all, I'm really happy with this book. I'm giving it again a solid 9 out of 10 faithful cardinals on Beardhammer. So there is not really much to criticize on this book. The beginning a little slow, however understandable, so I'm not really criticizing this too much. Maybe a little bit too much on plot lines with the Imperial Knights, but we needed an adversary for the Iron Warrior Locke and his path to glory, and we will see more of Locke, and I'm all for it. Locke is an amazing character. But yeah, I'm directly jumping into the third novel, Wolf Time. I won't spoil my thoughts about this book right now. But yeah, what are your thoughts on The Gate of Bones, the second book of the Dawn of Fire series? Did you enjoy it as much as I do? Are you thinking as well, are those things really coming from Vashtorr? Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I am keen to know what you have to say. And while you're down there, do all the YouTube stuff, because hitting buttons is fun. If you want to support the channel and you don't know what to say, just write Dawn of Fire in the comments. Have a great day, my friend. Stay fantastic. Stay hydrated. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!